Imagine the year is 221 BC. The mountains of northern China are cold, silent, and endless. A storm brews on the horizon, but suddenly, the silence breaks. The ground trembles, not from horses or soldiers, but from machines. Bronze giants march forward. Their gears grind like thunder. Their glowing jade eyes pierce the night. One by one, they lift boulders heavier than 10 men, stacking them into a wall so massive it seems to slice the earth itself in half. This is not the history you know. This is not human sweat, blood, and bone. This is the Great Wall of China, built not by men, but by machines. So let's ask, if robots had built the Great Wall thousands of years ago, would history itself be unrecognizable? To answer that, we need to begin with the world as it really was. The Great Wall wasn't one wall, but a series of fortifications built over centuries. Dynasties rose and fell, each adding their own layers of stone and earth. Emperor Qin Shi Huang, the first to unify China, ordered massive walls to defend against the nomadic tribes of the north. His vision was not just protection, but power, a symbol of his eternal rule. But this vision came at a terrible cost. Millions of workers, farmers, prisoners, soldiers, were forced into labor. They carried stones up steep mountains. They dug trenches with bare hands. They built in snow, under blazing sun, and in brutal winds. By some estimates, over 1 million lives were lost. Their bodies, it is said, became part of the wall itself. And yet, through this unimaginable suffering, a monument emerged. 13,000 miles of stone, earth, and wood. The real Great Wall is a reminder of what human beings can do when driven to the edge of survival. But now, let's twist that story. What if Qin Shi Huang had access to something else? Something the world had never seen? Picture this. Ancient inventors discover ways to create mechanical servants. Not computers, not microchips, this is still the ancient world. But imagine machines powered by gears, hydraulics, even steam long before their time. Imagine colossal bronze automatons built by master engineers, their chests glowing with burning coal. They don't tire. They don't starve. They don't rebel. Instead of peasants breaking their backs, robots carry massive stones, assembling walls with perfect precision. Instead of men freezing to death, mechanical giants work through storms, their joints hissing with steam. And instead of soldiers standing guard, robotic sentries patrol the wall, their glowing eyes sweeping across the horizon. The Great Wall would rise not in centuries, but in decades. Now pause. Think about the psychology of this. In our world, the Great Wall is a story of human endurance. But in this alternate world, it becomes a story of technological domination. A message to all enemies. We do not just build with people. We build with gods of metal and fire. But what happens next? If robots do the work, millions of people are no longer tied to forced labor. Farmers return to their fields. Families stay together. Villages thrive. China suddenly has a workforce freed for invention, science, and art centuries earlier than in our timeline. Imagine philosophers debating machines, engineers experimenting with power, mathematicians building early models of computing. An industrial revolution begins in Asia, not in Europe, but almost 2,000 years earlier. By the time the Roman Empire struggles with roads and aqueducts, China might already be designing factories, rail systems, even early flying machines. The gap between East and West? No longer a gap, but a chasm. Now let's step onto the battlefield. The Mongol invasions that once terrorized China meet a new enemy. Machines. Picture bronze warriors marching into the desert. Mechanical chariots rolling like tanks, steam-powered dragons breathing fire on enemy camps. Would nomadic horsemen dare attack a wall defended by robots? Not a chance. China becomes not just secure, but unstoppable. And here's the twist for my American audience. If China became a robotic superpower in ancient times, the global order as we know it would never exist. Europe would not dominate the age of exploration. Colonization of the Americas might never happen. The United States, as you know it, might never exist at all. But here's where things get complicated. In our real timeline, the Great Wall inspires awe because it represents human sacrifice. The stones whisper stories of endurance, of lives lost but not forgotten. If robots had built it, what story would it tell? Would we still feel inspired by its size? Or would it feel empty, like a monument with no soul? Sometimes it's not the achievement itself that moves us, but the human struggle behind it. And maybe that's the paradox. Technology makes life easier, but sometimes it erases the very meaning that makes life beautiful. Fast forward to the present. Today, AI is our version of those ancient robots. We have machines that build cars, algorithms that decide what we see online, robots that explore Mars, and AIs that can paint, write, and even think. And we're facing the same choice ancient China would have faced. Do we let machines replace us, or do we let them elevate us? If they replace us, the future might be efficient, but hollow. If they elevate us, the future might be brighter than anything humanity has ever seen. The Great Wall of today isn't built of stone. It's built of technology, information, and data. The question is, will it protect us or trap us? So let's return to that alternate world. A great wall rising from the earth, built not by men, but by machines. A China that never suffers mass death from labor. A world order reshaped before Europe even wakes up. It's a world of strength, of speed, of technological glory. But maybe it's also a world without heart. Because history isn't just about what gets built. It's about who builds it, why they built it, and what it cost. And sometimes, it's the very struggle that makes greatness worth remembering. So let me leave you with this. As AI builds the walls of our future, are we creating monuments to human progress? Or are we creating walls that keep us from being human at all? So what do you think? Would a robot-built Great Wall have made the world stronger or stripped away its soul? Drop your thoughts in the comments. I'll be reading every single one. And if you love exploring how AI collides with history, hit that like button and subscribe because we've only scratched the surface after all. History is written by humans, but maybe the future will be written by machines.